Hello, hello. Check, check. Check, check, check. Hello, hello. Let's see if we are live properly. Welcome to the Shashank Show. Hello, hello, hello. Why can't I hear myself? And I think, oh yes. Hello, 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 hello. Check, check. So we are trying to do this, and we are going to write a loop from here to here. Um, what am I doing is that I am actually seeing that if I try to explain something, will you be able to hear me? And the answer is yes, because I'm trying new sets today. Okay, so yesterday I tried to live stream. It was second of the new year, and I wanted to live stream, and I started a live stream, but due to poor network connectivity and due to a sudden light out, I wasn't able to uh, complete the live stream. Okay, so it ended as soon as it started. So what happened yesterday, I'll quickly brief about it. We tried solving a very easy longest word in a string based question, and we were miserable. And it left me deeply demotivated. Well, the day has changed, and we'll give it another shot. Yes, we have spent enough time, and we'll try to come up with a solution today. Again, we although saw the solution yesterday, we looked up to the solution yesterday, and so I'll try explaining the question, and we'll come up with the approach that I have seen yesterday. Okay. So what I wanted to do, the question was, uh, yes, let it be. Okay. So the question is, you have a string. Okay. Let's write a string. The quick. Okay. So let's assume. Oh, please. Uh, we do not have a full stop. Okay. So our string starts from here, and our string runs till here, and we have a few gaps. Okay. So this is a blank space. This is a white space, and this is also a white space. Okay. What we have to do, we have to find and return the string, uh, the word which has the most characters, the longest word in short. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's manually do it. Okay. Not just by whim. So we come to the first uh, word of the string 1, 2, 3. So we have three characters, and then we encounter a white space. Then we stop. Okay, then we register that. Okay, we have three length over here. Okay, and then we count this character. This character starts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the length over here is 5. Then we register. Okay, and when do we stop? When we encounter this blank space again. Okay, so we stop and we register 5 as the maximum length. Then we come on to the other word, next word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again 5. So now, so we already have 5 in memory, so we won't register, and we stop when we see the blank space. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 3, and the string ends. This is a this is something that we actually need to think over. Okay. Because now we have string ending. We do not have a blank space, but still we have to stop counting the word, and we do not have to close the program, and we really want to count the last word also. Okay, so 3. So if we assume, let's say somewhere storing in max length, if we are storing the maximum length, then it has registered 5 over here. Okay, and then we are counting the length, temporary length over here. Okay, length, and then we see it's 3, then we have registered 3, then it's 5, then it's 5, then we are comparing it. If 3, then we are updating this. Okay, eventually, yeah, I'll make you understand better, but we have 5 over here, so it does not get updated, and this also does not get updated because we have already received 5 over here. How will we code? Yesterday, what I was doing, I was writing the code from scratch, even without utilizing anything. Well, that's a good thing. I wasn't able to come up to a right solution. I'll try to put the blocks together. Okay, yesterday I saw approach and I'll try to write that down. What we were doing in that approach. Uh, it is, yes, it is coming out of memorization. It is no talent that or intelligence that are being showcased here. So we were storing the so first of all, we do not want to create a string. We do not want to create a string. Okay, create string. Okay, we do not want to create string, and we do not want to no storage. Okay, we do not want to take any more memory. We want to keep it light. How do we do it? How do we do it? The raw, cliched way, not using any shortcuts. For every word that we are iterating, we'll and we have to return the word. Okay, the longest word, not the count. Okay, we have to return the longest word. What do we do? We we'll count the if max length. Okay, for making it easy, max length is smaller than length. Okay, then what we'll update? Then we'll update the start, है ना? Then we'll update the start max. Okay. Uh, See, we'll be utilizing substring. Okay, without so we have to return the word. What we'll do? for the longest word, we'll save the its first character. We'll save its first character. Okay, we'll save its first character. Like the length of the index of the first character is 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll store 4 over here. Okay, we have to store 4 over here. 4 is equals to start current. Okay, we'll update the start current, then we'll also return the max length. Okay, max length also we'll update as length. Okay, so these are the two things that we have to update. Now, how do we reach every, now how do we stop when we encounter this blank space, and how do we separate, how do you refresh the values, how do we do it? Yesterday I was messing up in here. Okay, so, and we are starting writing it from scratch, right? Let's- So we'll utilize a for loop, okay, and it will run till length, okay. So it will go till every character. Now it will go till every character, okay. So what I can remember is that we took I not less than length, but less than equal to length, and I want to know the reason behind it. We'll find out, okay. I will go till length, okay, and length is plus 1, the actual count of indexes. Now what we'll do, now we put a condition if, and we see if current character, okay, we'll find the character over here, okay. If character is not equal to a blank space, and I, as far as I can remember, the condition was I is equal to a length, but this doesn't make any sense. Now my suspicion is around, not suspicion, my doubt is around, why do we write this? Okay, what is the need for this? Okay. Then what do we have? Then we are making up a word, correct? We are storing the substring of the word. Uh, then we have start over here. So eventually we have to write the update the s. We are storing the first character over here. Okay, so I think now it's time we look on to the solution once again. Okay, without any guilt, without any regrets, please, we'll look to the solutions. I'll just quickly stop sharing my screen and I'll share my screen in just a bit. Yeah. This was the solution. Okay. Okay, please don't go this. Okay, we'll go with the solution. It's a bit optimized and I can think this far. What are we actually doing it? What are we actually doing over here? Longest word, okay. Then we define max length and current length is equals to 0. Start index is equals to 0. And index of the current word, take a max start. Word ends with space or string. Word ends with when space or string ends. So this character I can think of. What have we written or? Oh, no. And yes, see. Look, I was exactly saying this. Why? Why this? When the string ends, both the conditions must satisfy. Oh, okay. Either of the conditions must satisfy in order to run this. Okay. So this is false every time, but this is true every time. Okay. But when we reach the end of the string, I reaches the and I reaches and this becomes false. Okay. There and it is false. Okay. Okay. So this must not run. No. Okay. All this while, when we have the ideal condition, that is when our character is lesser than length and the character is not a white space, then what we'll do, we'll just count the length of the character. We'll just count the length of the character. It is the end of the string. Once it is the end of the string, or it is a white space. Now I understand. Or it is a white space. Then what we are doing? Then we are playing or correcting the things. Okay, I get it. If current length is greater than max length, current length. What is current length? Current length is okay. So the max length is okay. My current length is equals to is greater than the max length. Then max length. Sorry for the background noises. I'm at home. Mm, Max length is equals to current length, correct? And then we update the max start. And where do we have the max start? How are we updating the max start? Are we updating the start? Start is 0, correct? The start is 0. When we encounter a white space, then what happens to start? Start means zero and the zero. Okay, so it prepares us for the next start. Start is equals to the start of the next word. Okay, currently we are at a blank space and then start is the next word. Current length is again updated to 0. I love this solution. S dot substring make smart is the start of the length character है ना? And star of the longest character. And till where do we? Okay, how do we get the end of that character? End of that word. Max star. Plus max length. Okay, yes. Okay, it makes complete sense. Complete sense. No string manipulation, nothing. Simple code. Great solution. I think now I can peacefully write the code. Let's write the code. Or if we were doing it over here, let's complete writing the approach. Now we have understood the game, okay. So it makes sense. Correct, correct, correct. Isaac, I will go till the length. Okay, that's correct. Now when do we have to stop? When do we have to stop? We write for the stop and everything gets vanished. Okay. If our character, if uh, our I is equal to length, then also it will work. Okay. And now, what is the second condition? When we want the loop to run, if our character is equal to when do we want our loop to make the changes? When do we want the desired change? If it's a white space, then what will happen if it's a white space? What will happen is we mm, we want to okay. So if this happens, if now there will be another if. if है ना, if current length of, so we have the length of the word every time. So if current length is greater than the max length, then what do we do? Then we first update the ml is equals to cl. Okay. Also, we update the max start. Okay, is equals to start. Correct? Yes. Max start is equals to start. And what will happen? This loop will end. Okay, this loop will end. Now what will happen is we'll write another set of condition. Now we want to update the values, correct? Know that start from this time. थोड़ा सा पीछे लिखना would make more sense. Start is equals to I plus 1. That is correct. Also, we want to current length CL we write just for make things consistent, keep things consistent. We'll write CL current length is equals to 0. Understood? Yes. Now what we'll write? Else. Okay, now we have the else part. Else part. And here is where we want to keep things simple. And here is the actual game happening. Now what we want to do is we just want our current length again, just for consistency. I'll write CL plus plus. If it's not, if it's just a normal character, we want it to plus plus. Understood? I think you might be having doubts at this. See, when we reach the length of when we reach the last character of the string, I'll come over here and try to explain you better. So I told you that this is going to be a special case. When we reach the end of the string, and if we don't write the I is equals to length condition, if its length, as let's assume if its length is 6, okay, my loop stops, my loop stops because I is at this point we won't be writing I is equals to I is we'll be writing I is lesser than length. Then our loop would stop and it has never reached the last place and we haven't updated the values. If it's 6, then also ideally we must update. If it's 6, then we must compare that 6 over here and 5 over here. Then this gets 6 assigned and this whatever. Okay, so in order to update the last value also, check the last word also, the length of the last word also, we write this condition. Okay, it's very intelligent. Now, at last, what do we have to return? I hope that I'm not missing out on anything. When all this ends, what do you want to return? You want to return, we'll be returning a substring s dot, uh, let's assume if str is array and then substring, I'll check for the spelling later. No, I'm sure of the spelling. I mean, does it need to be in chemical case or? So first of all, we'll write the ms maximum start. Okay. Then till where do we have to do? Last character is excluded. So ms plus current length. Oh, sorry, max length. max length. Okay. So the I as far as I know that this is excluded. So if I assume let's 3 is the longest character, then fox is the word, and if hi was the first word, then the length of the string would have been 5 plus 6, 5 plus 1, that is 6, correct? Then 6 would have been the length, and is 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, correct. Correct. Now, if we write ms is maximum start is this 3. 3 plus what is the length? 3. What do we have in hand? 6. Now 6 is the length, and yes, 6 excluded. This limit is excluded after the comma. This limit is excluded. Okay. I know this is not the most optimized way of writing this code, but still we have come somewhere. We have reached somewhere. Okay, so let's quickly write down the code, quickly and proudly write down the code as we have understood, even if we have seen the solution, because um, since yesterday, if since the right word, uh, I've been I've been very apprehensive regarding seeing the solution right away, and I come in guilt when I see the solution and I do things. So, but I've learned that it's not bad to see the solution if you're actually understanding and if you're actually implementing. We are not copy pasting the code. We are not into any hurry or submission. The only thing that matters at this point is doing, actually doing something, putting our mind heart into something. So we'll create a string str. There's so much to learn. It's so exciting. And we'll write, and the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy longest word. Longest word. Okay. The thing to check is actually the substring spelling, nothing, not the logic, not not anything else. So we write first of all the length only. Okay. Then we create max length, correct, is equals to 0, and then current length is equals to 0, Then what do we have? Max start is equals to 0 and uh, current strt start is equals to 0. Everything 0, 0, 0. Now we'll start a loop quickly. I is equals to 0. I will go till the length proudly, happily, knowingly. Then what do we do? We create a condition where we actually want we write the case where we want things to go wrong. And what are those conditions? Uh, first things first is that we want our if we want our current character ch is equals to and we want to check if